Hello, hello. Welcome. My name is Alexander Tennyson. I'm your guide for a 10-day relationship challenge journey. It's our day number 9. So we're almost at the finish line. But before we start today, let's get us here. So for today, I have prepared a finger meditation exercise. And it's just a really good, cool and easy way to get yourself centered. And how we do it is that take your index finger and your thumb and just rub them together. You can do it with your eyes closed. It works a little bit better if your eyes are closed. But if you're doing it in the public, you might keep your eyes open as well and just rub them together and really try to feel the texture of first the thumb and then the index finger. And just very gently and very slowly rub them together. You bring your full attention to the tip of the fingers. You can actually quite easily feel that there is texture. So sorry, I needed to mute some of you. So yeah, and just for a short while, and you can then switch to the next finger and see that actually there's a difference between fingers as well. As you know, every finger has a new unique fingerprint. So now that we're here, let's go forward with today's topic, which was acknowledging gender according to its true potential and what it means. And as I know, this is a quite controversial topic. I wanted to start with what is gender and what do we mean if we say male or female, man or a woman. So there's two terms or two concepts which we use here in the school, and this is something which we actually go into already in the first months during the Kuku Unity self-development school. One is gender, and this is something which we all know. We are either man and woman. We're born here. We have a physical gender. It's very binary. But then what we also use is polarities, and we already spoke about it a little bit yesterday, but I also want to stress it out today. But if we talk about male and female, then it's more meant in regards with the polarities, and polarities are always relative to each other, so it doesn't exist on its own. So in the context of relationship, usually if we are in relationship with somebody and doing something, an action, or we're wanting to make a decision, somebody within that relationship is usually in the male polarity and somebody's in the female polarity. And somebody who's in the male polarity is usually the one who's making decisions, leading, giving a lead. And the female polarity is doing, well, offering support, offering counterbalance, bringing visible things from the unknown, so to speak. So this is how we term the concept polarities. And all people have both polarities within them. Also, as already said yesterday, female and male were roughly equal. And how do then polarities and physical genders connect is that through the physical gender we have chosen for this lifetime our preference in terms of which polarities we would like to be more involved, get more experience. And it doesn't mean that we don't want the experience from the other polarities. We need both in our lives, but it's just our preference. But the polarities switch all the time. So if I'm, for example, in a romantic relationship, I happen to be a man, then in terms of our little team, which we call family, I can, and I definitely as a man also want to claim that I'm a leader for this group, meaning that I take responsibility for leading it. I provide lead. I also show show the way, so to speak. But this doesn't mean that I'm telling others what to do. I'm just creating the framework, which also creates safety. But for example, in the work context, if I have a boss, then my polarity switches. So then I'm helping my, let's say, somebody who's giving me tasks who are in the hierarchy, so to speak, in a higher position. So now I'm in the female polarity supporting him. So it's not necessarily to do with gender, it's just gender which gives us our preference. And now if we come to today's topic and how we can use this to our benefit, then if we think about what males are good at, or men usually, is making things practical. And making things practical means going vertical, in a sense, going deep. So if we take a topic, we need to do something at our home. And you see that definitely also you have the experience within your relationship. If you talk to a man, all he starts to do is offering your solution. So how about we do this or we do that? And this is taking a problem, taking a challenge, and making it very practical on a physical plane. And that also means that we need to go deep. We need to go vertical in order to actually find the best possible solution. And this is what males or somebody in the male polarity is good at. Now, the females are very good at going horizontal. And horizontal means kind of looking at the big picture. Now, and that's why, by the way, it's not a coincidence that there's a very strong scientific evidence that women are much better in multitasking. They can actually do many things at the same time. Men generally cannot do it very well. And the reason is, in order to do multitasking, you need to go horizontally. You need to be able to actually control and have an oversight of many things simultaneously. And this is what the female polarity is very good at. And now if you understand that if we put these two together, this is what we call intelligent collaboration. And now if I would make it like more visual for you, imagine that somebody is digging a hole, right? You're in the garden, you're digging a hole, you're trying to find groundwater, for example. The best way to do it is that if somebody's in the hole and digging it deeper and deeper, but there's somebody also up on the edge of the hole, keeping like an overview, giving information, making sure that you're not digging in the wrong place, maybe seeing some danger which is coming out there. And this is what intelligent collaboration looks like. And females generally are better keeping a lookout and also offering counterbalance. Males are generally better at digging holes. And now also, if we touch a little bit today's topic, which we specifically also mentioned, what do we mean with little boys and mothers? Now, if we switch the polarities within the relationship, what then starts to happen is that the little boy is somebody, if a man acting as a little boy, then he's waiting for somebody else to dig the hole, waiting somebody to take the initiative and wanting to just sit on the couch and do nothing and just maybe talk. Females, on the other hand, if they go from a supporting polarity into leading polarity, tend to turn into mothers. And the definition of the mother, and then this is something you can observe within yourself, is if you catch yourself thinking that anything you can do, I can do better, or if you catch somebody in your life, you're telling somebody exactly what to do and exactly how you do it, this is mother speaking within you. And this is very much in the male polarity, you taking responsibility, you taking the lead, right? So, and hence the task for today is to try to be within our polarity, which we have chosen through our gender. So if you happen to be a male needs to provide lead. And today I specifically picked a task for you, which is for most men very difficult, and this is talking. So even if we talk about talking, then this is a man's responsibility to show the lead. And that's why today's task is to talk about your dreams. So what a male does in a relationship, male's responsibility is also to include female into his life. And how you can include female is by opening your heart. And opening your heart means sharing everything which is you, which is about you, such as your dreams, but also your fears, what happened during the day, anything which is to do with your feelings or emotions. And this is male's opportunity to show the lead. This is what we call opening the heart. Today, specifically, I wanted you to share a dream with the female in your life. If you happen to be a female, however, then what's difficult for female, especially nowadays, is to take support. So now if we want to practice bringing something to male, something from the unknown, we can also actually do it in the format of sharing our dreams. Whatever it is, with a male in our life, doesn't have to be a romantic partner, and asking for his advice how to make it practical. So what are the actually first steps towards this dream? And this is now you being in your strength position and sharing whatever comes up if you talk about this dream. And now you give also a male in your life an opportunity to make what he's good at, to go vertical, to go deep, and to offer you specific solutions which you can do to make this happen. So this is how today's task came to be. I want to actually wrap up today. We're 1 minute over the time with a poem. So actually, it's a song from the movie The Greatest Showman, and it was also playing when you joined a bit earlier. But it goes very well with today's task, and I'm going to read it to you, and afterwards, then we can go into sharing around, and maybe if you have questions. And the song lyrics say, however big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you will bring me along to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes to see. So for me, these lyrics are like taking very well together what we mean under intelligent collaboration. So thank you very much.